All right, are we live? Okay, so um, today I'm going to be streaming the Big Navi RX 6000 series launch. So yeah, you guys have any questions? Ask me on chat, I'll answer. Ayan, it's my camera quality. I don't actually look so dead. Sanjay V is asking for a shout out. Shout out to him. He's one of my mods. Really big follower of the channel. I think he's my first subscriber. So shout out to him. Sup, Sandeep V. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Riot Apex. Hi. Riot Apex, I shouted out Sanjay V. He asked for one. So, guys, by the way, if you are seeing if I'm not making eye contact with the camera, it's because I'm looking at the chat. My webcam is placed above right there. I'm looking at my monitor, which has the chat. So, yes, Nitro, this is my first stream. Q&A, you guys can ask now, no problems. Nitro, lol. We still have a long way to go before the actual event starts. So, Sandeep, we're gonna start at like 9:30 because that's when the event starts. Riot Apex, no, I don't game that much, so I'm not gonna make a second channel. Nitro, are you asking me or are you like asking yourself? Okay, let me put on some music because it's getting a bit boring. Nitro, my favorite video, I guess it always changes because whenever I upload a new video, that becomes my new favorite because it's of a higher quality compared to the others. Uh, Sanjay, we know AMD doesn't support deep learning acceleration, only Nvidia does. Imposterish, looks like you play a lot of Among Us. So, what's up? Flip, is that how you pronounce your name? Hey man, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, we have 11 viewers. I didn't expect that though. Imposterish, it's pretty clear with your name. And yes, I am a hacker. Just kidding, I'm not. Nitro, it really depends on your priorities. As I said in my video, you can go check that out. If you want a smaller form factor system, then you should go get that. But the downside is that you obviously won't have the future upgradability. Flip, yeah, you can get a BenQ Zowie, but that's more like a gaming focused monitor, and I think it comes with a TN panel, which will have really bad colors. So if you're a person who's not okay with bad colors, and if you want to do some content creation in the future, then don't go with the Zowie, go with something else, something like the LG 27GL650F, like the one which I have. It's the one which I have. Riot Apex, I don't understand what you're asking. How will I know what is your favorite video? Sandeep, we thanks. This is like some cheap $20 headset, so I don't really know. I'm not even using the mic in this. I'm using my lab because the mic in this is really bad. Flip, then if the Zowie has an IPS panel, then you can obviously get it. I'm not really sure. I don't really see the BenQ monitor part. I mostly only see the LG kind of monitors. I don't really know about BenQ monitors. So if it has an IPS panel and if it fits your needs, then you can get it. Lol, imposter reach. It might be worth it. I don't know. You have to tell me. Bright Cashy 623, hi. External, hi. Welcome to the stream. Flip, I'm not sure about MSI IPS panels having ghostings, but I haven't tested it out, so I don't know. But most of the reviews I saw on YouTube while I was getting my monitor were positive, so I don't know really. I'll try my best to research it before the stream ends and I'll reply to you. And yeah, this music I really love. I actually took this from TechSource. Basically, he used the music. It was too good, so I had to search it up. Yeah, Ish, you're right. Looks like you're a very big follower of TechSource, just like me. Ayan, your jokes are so good. Keep it coming. External, so basically, I have a friend named Arnav. He looks just like you. Bright Cashew 623. I'll send the link here. Flip, yes, I am from India. Three minutes more. Ayan, I actually thought of starting at 9:15, but then you guys wanted me to start now. So I started at 9, but the event actually starts at 9:30. That's nice, Flip. Oh, that is not a mod mic. That is a lav mic. Oh, sorry, I just took it out. Oh my god, I'm such a noob at streaming. Yeah, there you go. That's a lav mic that I use in all my videos. So, yeah, it's not a mod mic. Oh my god, Flip, you just messed up my mic setup. Just a second, guys. Yeah, I'm back. It's fine, Flip. I just wanted to show you and I yanked it out, so no, I don't want to embarrass myself in the internet. I don't want to dance. Nitro, I don't really think so. If I'm getting a mic, I'll mostly get a shotgun mic, not the condenser mic that you usually find, the one on the stands. I won't get that. I'll be getting a shotgun mic which you can put on the camera, so the sound quality will be better. Flip, actually, what kind of content do you make? I haven't checked out your channel, and I really appreciate your time of telling that you can shout me out and stuff. Oh, you make Fortnite? Nice. That's actually a pretty good niche. I'm not doing the flaws, guys. Come on. Imposter Ish, ask me anything else, I'll do it. Not the flaws, though. Definitely not. Riot Apex, are you asking what favorite video of mine in your channel? I don't know. I like all your montages. They're really cool. I would just suggest you to sync your shots with the music. Oh, you guys with the dances. Come on. Ayan Mushir, I don't think you have any videos in your channel. Imposterish. I actually, I'll tell you guys a small story of how I actually learned this. So basically, my cousin asked me to, my cousin was researching for him to build his PC, and I was chatting with him, and then I realized there's this whole thing called custom PCs. I started researching stuff. I really loved it, and yeah, that's how I learned all of it. Nitro, I don't want to ruin my webcam setup. I was actually thinking of doing a setup video later on. I will definitely do it. 1 second, I'll just turn the music down a bit. Or I'll just stop it altogether because it's interrupting me. And Riot Apex, is there a good graphics card under 10,000 INR? There's not many good options in the new market, but if you go to the used market, there are a lot. You can get like a GTX 1060, GTX 960, which are really good. And if you want like something in the new market, then you can get like a GTX 1050 Ti, or not even the non-Ti version, that normal 1050. Impost Reach, the GTX 1060 was good, but it's kind of outdated now. I mean, you could get it. It's really good for 1080p 60 FPS gaming, but right now, a very good replacement for the 1060 would be the 1650 Super or the 1660 Super. Riot Apex. I just want one which can handle Fortnite and gives like 120 FPS. If you want, what resolution do you play at? If you play at 1080p, then with low settings, you can easily achieve that with a GTX 1060 or a 960. Especially if you get it in the second-hand market, it can be really cheap. Uh, guys, stop spamming Sing, please. Nitro, what CPU do you have? I mean, GTX 1650 Super is an entry level GPU. Like, it doesn't get bottleneck. Flip, you have a 2060 and a Ryzen 7. That's actually really nice. Especially considering you're playing Fortnite, you can easily hit 1080p 144 FPS with competitive settings. Sanjay, we keep saying NTTHD. The only thing I can think of is MKBHD at this point. You could also say 4K because I started uploading 4K videos. Imposteries. You have a console. That's if it fits your need, then it's actually good. You don't. If you don't want a PC, then you don't need it. Nitro, I'm getting a 3080 and 9700K. Good luck finding a 3080 until the end of 2020. But that's actually a really nice system. I'd suggest switching out the 9700K for something like the upcoming 5800X. It's cheaper and better. Guys, keep reminding me of how much time there is remaining, or I might forget it. Yeah, NTT 144p. Right, Apex, sure, come back after 10 minutes. Can't wait for it. Yeah, Xbox Series X is a really, really nice console. You can get that really good. But if you're playing FPS games, then I recommend getting the PS5 because it's more geared towards the FPS games. But uh, yeah, you can get the Xbox Series X, but I mostly recommend the PS5 because that's more geared towards FPS games. Nitro, I use Premiere Pro to edit. I use an older version, so Flip After Effects is like a VFX program. I only use that sometimes. Ferocious boy, hi. Hi man, welcome to the stream. Never expected to have something like 10 viewers. Sandeep, there's no way I'm getting 100,000 before 2021. My current goal is to get 1,000 subs before 2020, or yeah, that's my only goal right now. Sanjay, no, I don't want to enable slow mode because there's only uh there's only like 9 people watching, so I don't want to enable slow mode. Then I can't even answer your questions. Lol. By the way, how do you pronounce your name? PXCHO Electrify. Do you say psycho or do you guys have any other questions before we start the event? Yeah, I do know your name is Athar, but yeah, just asking. Wait, what? Imposter? Who bullied you? Nitro? Do you mean like your PC specs, some specs that I need to recommend, or uh, where I can build my PC? Which country do you stay in? Ayan, wait, let me just show you guys. I'm gonna switch from this to the actual streaming part, so just a second. I'm gonna be moving things around a bit, so yeah, don't freak out or anything. Um, okay, so is that big enough, or should I make it more bigger or smaller? Guys, is that fine? Flip, I don't have any kind of webcam because I never even anticipated that I'm gonna stream. I'll hopefully get one if I'm planning to stream more often, but right now I'm just using a phone and a software called Iriun Webcam. Um, Let me just show you. It's this software right here. Wait, can you guys see it? I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't see it. Um, I'm using this software called Irion Webcam that basically transmits video from your phone to the PC through a USB cable. So I'm currently using that. Oh my God, there are a lot of questions. Is the RX 6000 series better than the 2080 Ti? Impost reach, of course. If you saw the benchmarks of the 3070 yesterday, if you guys have notifications on for big channels like Linus Tech Tips or J's 2 cents, then you might have seen the 3070 benchmarks, and it basically crushed the 2080 Ti. And I'm pretty sure the RX 6000 series will easily do that as well. And the only question is it faster than the 2080 Ti? Flip, when somebody comments on my video, I always go check out their channel. I've already seen some of your videos. I will watch some more though. I haven't turned on notifications, so I don't know if you uploaded. I'll definitely go check it out after the stream. Ayan Mushi, that's the big question. I'm pretty sure it'll be. I'm actually 99% sure that the RX 6000 series can easily challenge the RTX 3080. But the big question is if it will even touch the level of performance the 3090 is giving. Because the 3090, if you remember, can do 8K 60 FPS gaming. Yeah, 3090, yeah, it obliterated the consoles, but there's like a special market for consoles and PC, so you shouldn't really compare them that much. Sanjay V, no, I don't have money for that because I recently got a 2070 Super like 2 months ago. And also, I am in India, and the availability, I don't think it's going to be that much there. Like, generally in India, the launches are like really bad. You only get the cards or products in the market after 1 or 2 months. So yeah, even if I had the money to buy it, I couldn't have. Uh, Electrify. I just hope it won't be as pricey. So that is because people are scalping it in eBay for more money. That is the reason. The retail price is like $700. Sanjay, we sure come back in 10 minutes. The event is starting in a minute, so let me just sort that out really quick. Impostry is nice. What are the specs of your PC? And Flip, you built it in August. Yeah, really, really nice. But you could have waited for the Ryzen 5000 series. Guys, sorry if I wasn't able to respond to your question for a long time. I was just setting up the stream, so you had the event in full screen. Let me just go through it quickly. Ayan Mushir, nice man. Enjoy your gaming experience. A shotgun 66 place. I am in India, so it's night time right now, so I don't have school. Um, Flip, it's fine. You can check out the stream later. Shotgun 66 plays belated birthday wishes, man. The stream is starting, so I'm just gonna mute myself. And if you guys have any questions, ask me in chat. I'll reply in chat. Also, is the audio okay right now? Guys, is the audio okay right now? Or a little bit higher? Is that fine? Okay, so I'll just mute myself. And also, do you guys want me to stop my face cam? Because you can see the whole screen. Some really cool montages. They're playing a really cool montage. Also, should I just hide my face like this, or do you want this? Okay, you want to see the beautiful face? Okay, I'll keep it. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for this second half of our next-gen PC platform launch. I loved seeing all of your excitement when we introduced the Ryzen 5000 series a few weeks ago. It was actually the most watched launch video in AMD history. And I must say, we're very proud of what Zen 3 brings to gamers. But today is all about Big Navi. I'm really excited to show you the new RDNA 2 architecture and our full stack of Radeon RX 6000 series products. As you know, we brought the first generation of RDNA architecture to market in 2019 with the Radeon RX 5700 XT. And with the combined launch of the 5700 XT and the Ryzen 3000 series, AMD became the first company to introduce a high-performance CPU and GPU together. And we delivered a winning combination of computing and gaming performance, including CPU and GPU of the year in 2019 from PC Gamer. Now, 2020 is really the year of the gamer. I know many of you can't wait to get your hands on the next-gen consoles. Whether it's the Microsoft Xbox Series X and Series S or the Sony PlayStation 5, we are so proud that AMD is enabling these incredible gaming experiences, which is why we like to say that AMD is where gaming begins. Now, earlier this month, I showed you our new AMD Ryzen 5000 series, the world's best gaming processor. Our next-gen Ryzen processor combines absolute performance leadership in single-threaded performance, gaming, and creative workloads with leadership performance per watt. And for millions of you, it's a drop-in upgrade to your existing AM4 motherboard. Now, as successful as we've been with Ryzen, many of you have asked us to compete at the highest end with leadership performance per watt. And today, and for millions of you, it's a drop-in upgrade to your existing AM4. I'm so excited to show you the Radeon RX 6000 series. It's absolutely the most powerful gaming GPU we've ever built. I think you'll be pretty pleased with what you see. I often talk about the fact that we're on a journey, and we are on a journey. Just like with our Zen CPU architecture, we're on a multi-year journey in GPUs with our RDNA architecture. We designed RDNA specifically for gaming, and our first-gen RDNA products delivered 50% better performance per watt over our GCN architecture. We wanted to take another big step with RDNA 2 and deliver another 50% generational improvement in perf per watt. And with RDNA 2, we also set the very ambitious goal to deliver leadership gaming performance. And now I'm very happy to show you for the first time Big Navi. This is the chip at the heart of our high-end Radeon RX 6000 series. 26.8 billion transistors built with leading-edge 7-nanometer process technology. Big Navi is our first product powered by RDNA 2. We have made incredible progress on the architectural front. And now let me turn it over to AMD fellow Laura Smith to give you more details on the architecture.
Thank you, Lisa. Our graphics architecture roadmap has a clear goal: gaming leadership across the ecosystem. The GCN was a great architecture, but we knew we needed to rethink graphics and build the best engine for the future. We wanted to build a set of technologies that game developers could use across all platforms. The first major step was RDNA, introduced last year. RDNA was a new architecture and used a 7-nanometer process node, which helped us with the large initial gains. We committed to you that our engineers had plans in the works for RDNA 2, and we would be back quickly with another significant improvement. By combining our expertise in CPU design, deep gaming history, and broad ecosystem partnerships, RDNA 2 is built to be the gaming architecture for all gamers across console, PC, and beyond. We had some very ambitious goals with RDNA 2. Significantly higher performance, 50% improvement in performance per watt, and new hardware features. Individually, each of these goals is challenging. When combined, they become extremely difficult because as you push performance, a natural side effect is more power. New features also mean more computation, further challenging both speed and power metrics. For RDNA 2, we made significant gains in all these areas. The compute unit is the core of the architecture. We advanced all aspects of the compute unit design, leveraging techniques first developed in CPUs. We deployed pervasive fine-grained clock gating, reimagined the pipeline to aggressively maximize performance while minimizing data movement. In combination, these elements made the compute units 30% more energy efficient, allowing them to be pushed faster. Gaming at 4K requires more data to be brought into the chip. The amount of data more than doubles as we move from 1440p to 4K. The more efficient the memory subsystem is, the higher fidelity the images are, and the more you can push the frame rates. We took a new approach to solving this technical challenge for gaming and deployed a graphics-optimized, high-density, high-speed cache based on the Zen L3 cache. We call this the Infinity Cache. The Infinity Cache minimizes DRAM bottlenecks, latencies, and power consumption. Our specialized Infinity Cache, combined with a 256-bit G6 interface, delivers more than twice the effective bandwidth of a traditional 384-bit G6 solution and at lower power consumption. High frequency is important for gaming performance. RDNA 2 is built with custom libraries and high-speed design flows, maximizing frequency in 7-nanometer. With RDNA 2, our silicon design and architectural improvements, we are able to deliver 30% faster frequencies in the same 7-nanometer process node. Pulling all this together, the RDNA 2 architecture beats our aggressive performance per watt goal, achieving 54%. With RDNA 2, we also focused on bringing new hardware features into the architecture. We partnered closely with Microsoft on DirectX 12 Ultimate features, including DirectX ray tracing, variable rate shading, mesh shaders, and sampler feedback. RDNA 2 will also support Microsoft Direct Storage API. We're excited about this new API that will enhance the gaming experience by significantly reducing game asset load times from large SSDs. We compared the performance of RDNA 2 to our prior generation, and when we put it all together, on average, RDNA 2 delivers double the performance and with great power efficiency. We are so proud of what we've accomplished with RDNA 2, and we are not stopping. The team is executing to plan, RDNA 2 is here, and the RDNA 3 team is well into execution. Let me welcome Scott Herkelman to show RDNA 2 in our new RX 6000 series products.
The hype is real.
Hello to all of the gamers tuning in, and welcome to our Radeon RX 6000 series product reveal. As a hardcore League of Legends and Borderlands 3 player and playing these games on our RX 6000 series over the past few weeks, I'm so excited and proud to be here with you today. Allow me to introduce you to our brand new AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT graphics card. The 6800 XT is purposefully designed to play all of your favorite AAA games at 4K and below resolutions, and at the highest quality settings available. It comes with 72 compute units and runs with a game clock of over 2 gigahertz. This card features a 2.25 gigahertz boost clock that pushes some of the highest frequencies we've ever achieved, all thanks to the incredible work done by our engineering team on the RDNA2 architecture. The 6800 XT will also feature 128 megabytes of Infinity cache that is power efficient while driving the bandwidth needed for high resolution gaming. Paired with 16 gigabytes of blazing fast GDDR6 memory, you'll be ready for the most demanding high resolution games that you want to play. And we've delivered all of this incredible performance with a total board power of just 300 watts. As you can see, the 6800 XT not only delivers on 4K 60 frames per second, but in most cases, it overperforms. We've been maxing out all the settings in games like Battlefield 5, Borderlands 3, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and the performance has just been awesome to experience. Let's take a look at how the 6800 XT competes head-to-head against the latest offering from the competition. Here, we compare their best API scores to our best API scores, the best versus the best. And as you can see, the 6800 XT trades blows and has some significant wins across a variety of titles. And it does all of this at less power consumption than the competition. For the 1440p gamers out there, we have some great results for you too. Over the last several years, more and more gamers have adopted 1440p monitors as their display of choice. Here are the same games we showed you before, running the same best versus best API scenario at 1440p resolution. I personally love seeing so many games running at over 100 frames per second with all of the settings maxed out. This is just an incredible amount of performance. All in all, the 6800 XT is a fantastic choice for enthusiast gamers. We even have more performance we are delivering with two very cool features. The first is a one-click overclocking button we've built into our Radeon software package that we call Rage Mode. Now, Rage Mode automatically takes advantage of the overclocking headroom built into your GPU to give you every bit of performance it has to offer. And the second is made possible because of the fact that only AMD can deliver both high-performance processors and high-performance GPUs. We call this new feature AMD Smart Access Memory. AMD Smart Access Memory unlocks the greater amount of high-speed memory from the AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards to the AMD Ryzen 5000 series processors, and it delivers additional levels of performance in games. Simply pair these components with our 500 series chipset motherboards, enable the setting in the BIOS, and the performance uplift becomes automatic. When you combine AMD Smart Access Memory with the one-click overclocking of Rage Mode, you'll get a boost in performance in many of the games you love. We're seeing up to a 13% performance increase, and that's before game developers begin to optimize for this new capability. Now, we know a lot of you absolutely love frames per second performance just like us. However, we can also improve the game experience by reducing latency. The differences of milliseconds of latency in a competitive game can be the difference between a major win and a major loss. Last year, we pushed the industry to recognize there was a better way to provide competitive gamers with less latency from mouse click to the screen, giving competitive gamers who own the RX 5000 series a serious leg up on their competition. Today, we are pushing the boundaries again and further reducing latency in competitive games for even better results. Combining the latest implementation of Radeon Anti-Lag with the FreeSync monitor can reduce lag in your DX9 and in your DX11 games. In Fortnite, for example, gamers can realize up to 8 milliseconds of latency reduction by simply enabling this feature in Radeon software. More recently, we introduced Radeon Boost, a unique feature that's a step beyond anti-lag. For select games, Radeon Boost offers dynamic resolution in response to your mouse or controller inputs, leading to higher frame rates and, as a result, quicker responses to your input. Both Radeon Anti-Lag and Radeon Boost can be enabled via the Radeon software that comes with your graphics cards, and neither of them require a proprietary API or a game integration to provide latency-reducing benefits. As you can see, the combination of these technologies can contribute up to 37% latency reduction in highly competitive games like Fortnite running at 4K. Now, performance is king, but let's talk for a minute about how we are improving the visual experience as well. With full hardware support for DX12 Ultimate, the Radeon RX 6000 series is ready to enable ray tracing and variable rate shading in upcoming titles. We've also expanded our library of Fidelity FX features to work hand in hand with ray tracing, compute, and shader effects to enable the higher level of visual fidelity while ensuring high frame rates. For DX12 Ultimate, we've added an optimized denoiser for ray tracing effects and a variable rate shading algorithm that can adapt image quality based upon luminance and motion. We've also added a suite of compute-based effects to be used alongside ray tracing, like optimized screen space reflections and an optimized ambient occlusion. We're always looking to help developers with new initiatives and are already working on a super resolution feature to give gamers an option for more performance when using ray tracing. As of today, our AMD Fidelity FX supported games list has grown to 35 titles using a variety of our features. So let's take a look at some of these new features in an upcoming game with never-before-seen footage from Counterplay Studios and their fantastic game, Godfall. Godfall is a brand new third-person perspective, next-generation looter slasher that challenges gamers to engage in high-impact melee combat as they hunt for loot, equip legendary armor, and defeat vicious enemies. Leveraging the latest DirectX 12 Ultimate API, Godfall features DirectX ray tracing, variable rate shading, and supports Fidelity FX casts to deliver incredible levels of stunning fidelity. I personally can't wait to play this game, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, let's hear from a few more of our game developer partners about the work they've done with us on RDNA 2 and what you can expect in their games coming soon.
I'm here to talk about Far Cry 6 and some of the new technologies we've been collaborating with AMD on to make our game the most immersive and beautiful Far Cry ever. We've been working together to take full advantage of the new Radeon RX 6000 series and RDNA 2 architecture for best possible experience. We've been very impressed by AMD's latest tech and joined forces to bring Fidelity FX casts, DXR ray tracing, and variable rate shading to Far Cry 6.
We're using VRS Tier 2 to use a compute shader to generate a control texture which analyzes the luminance and gives us control at an 8x8 tile level as to what shader rate we're going to be using. This enables us to render much more quickly but keep the same quality level.
We're excited to team up with great partners like AMD to bring some new features to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is built on a custom engine using the DirectX 12 Ultimate API. Another great feature on the RX 6000 is DXR ray tracing. Here you can see ray tracing evident in how the shadows are interacting with your character. What you're seeing involves incredibly complex computations on the RX 6000. This is a level of realism that hasn't been possible until recently.
The RDNA 2 architecture and the Radeon 6000 series allowed us to introduce some of the latest DirectX 12 Ultimate technologies into our engine. Real-time ray-traced shadows allow us to introduce additional shadow casting lights into the scene that provide much more immersion and detail into the world.
Over the next few weeks, developers of these incredible games will show never-before-seen gameplay with gorgeous graphics that use a combination of ray tracing and fidelity effects running on the Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards. Be sure to check out AMD.com starting tomorrow to see more. I'm happy to announce that the Radeon RX 6800 XT will be available on November 18th, starting at $649. But we are not done yet. Today, we are also announcing the Radeon RX 6800 with 60 compute units, a 1.815 gigahertz game clock with a boost clock of over 2.1 gigahertz. It will feature the same 128 megabytes of Infinity cache and be available with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory with a board power of just 250 watts. The Radeon RX 6800 is a fantastic entry into 4K gaming, delivering more performance than the 2080 Ti, which was launched at $999. The 6800 delivers over 60 frames per second in all of these games, giving you the confidence you need to step into the 4K gaming experience. That same great performance extends to 1440p resolution, where the RX 6800 tears through the latest games, delivering about 18% more performance than the 2080 Ti on average. The Radeon RX 6800 will be available to gamers starting at a price of $579 on November 18th. Now, let's bring back Lisa to wrap things up.
Thanks, Scott and Laura. The AMD Radeon 6800 XT and 6800 deliver simply incredible 4K and 1440p gaming experiences. This is the power of RDNA 2. And once we add the smart access memory technology, gamers can even get higher frames per second when pairing Radeon 6000 GPUs with Ryzen 5000 series. Now, I saw online that some of you were wondering which Big Navi product we previewed during our Ryzen 5000 launch earlier this month. For the record, that was the 6800 XT. But you know, we always save the best for last, and I always get the most fun jobs. So today, that means I have one more GPU to show you. We didn't stop with the Radeon RX 6800 XT. We knew that the RDNA 2 architecture could give gamers even more. I'm so excited to share with you for the very first time the AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT. Now, isn't this just absolutely gorgeous? And you'll see that it's actually relatively compact for all the performance that it delivers. It's actually the same size as our 6800 XT card. Our top-of-the-stack Radeon GPU is built for the ultimate in 4K gaming performance. The 6900 XT combines 80 compute units with a 2.25 gigahertz boost clock to deliver even more performance at the highest settings. With 16 gigabytes of graphics memory, the 6900 XT is ready for the most demanding next-gen games. And with the power efficiency of RDNA 2, we've been able to deliver all of this with a total board power of 300 watts. Now, Laura showed you that we achieved a 54% generational improvement in perf per watt with the 6800 XT. With the 6900 XT, we improved things even more, hitting 65% more performance per watt over first-gen RDNA. I'm so proud of our engineers who worked incredibly hard to optimize every aspect of RDNA 2 to achieve this performance. Now let's see how all of this translates to gaming performance. Running at 4K with the highest settings, the 6900 XT looks absolutely fantastic. It's extremely competitive across the board, consistently delivering high frame rates in your favorite games. Just take a look at the performance we see against the competition in Battlefield 5, Call of Duty, and Gears of War 5. All of this is at lower power with a smaller card form factor. Now, let's talk about price and availability. The AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT will be available on December 8th, starting at $999. You asked for AMD to bring the highest graphics performance to the gaming market, and we're doing just that. I hope you now feel that with the Ryzen 5000 series and the Radeon 6000 series, AMD is your best choice for your next generation PC gaming platform. Whether you want a game with ultimate performance in AAA titles at 4K resolution, or you're an esports fan who needs incredibly high frame rates and responsiveness, across the board, for every gamer at every price, AMD has the CPU and GPU combination for you. So I hope you're as excited as we are. We can't wait to get these products in your hands. So look for the Ryzen 5000 series starting November 5th, the Radeon RX 6800 series starting November 18th, and the Radeon RX 6900 XT starting December 8th. To wrap up here, this has been quite a journey for us, and I'm incredibly proud of our CPU and GPU teams who have worked years for this moment. AMD is delivering the best to the industry. We want to thank all of you for your passion and enthusiasm and for always pushing us to be the best.
Okay, guys, so it's over. Wait a second, I'll just switch to the just chatting mode. Right, so we just switched to the just chatting mode. And first of all, a moment of silence for the 2080 Ti. It just got crushed by the 3070 and the 6800 XT and also the 6800. So press F to pay respects. Okay, so I am honestly really impressed. Sanjay, we stop spamming so much. Uh, I am honestly very impressed with this launch, and I didn't expect AMD to challenge the 3090, and it actually beat it in some games by a lot. So let's start with the 6800 XT, which they announced first. So um, Imposter is 650 for a GPU that beats 3070 and 3080. Yeah, that's actually really good. The 3080 is 699 if I'm not wrong, and 650 is actually good. And I'm actually very curious to see what board partners will come up with. Just ask me any kinds of questions, and then in the end, I'll actually tell you guys about if you really should get these GPUs. Are they really worth it over NVIDIA's GPUs? So for now, just ask me any questions you have. Ayan, I need to get those GPUs, which I don't think will happen anytime soon. So, please, guys, stop with the dance and sing. Just stop, guys. Ask actual PC tech questions, stuff related to the launch. And I just realized we've been live for 1 whole hour. Yeah. Just a second. I'm gonna pull up the specs of the the RX 6000 series, and then we can discuss. Hold out with your questions, guys. I'm just gonna pull up the specs so you guys can get a visual of what the specs actually are. Just a second.
Games like Battlefield 5 to play.
Okay, I'm back, and first of all, Imposter Ish for 82K. That's basically like $1,000, and you can go check out my 3070 build. It's the best you can get for $1,000. Auto runs in. My PC isn't water cooled. I don't have those many that much money to get a water cooled PC. It's completely air cooled. So wait, let me just pull up the specs real quick. Just a second. Uh,
Be here with you today. Allow me to introduce you to our brand new AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT graphics card. The
uh, just a second, guys. I'm just gonna reduce my camera so you guys can actually see the spec sheet. All right, so as you can see, it's got 72 compute units, 2015 megahertz of, sorry, 2250 megahertz boost clock. That's a lot if you compare it to, like, let's say the 3080 or something like that. Like modern day GPUs don't go past 2000 megahertz even after you overclock it. And this is at like 2250 megahertz, so that's actually a lot. And this is not even overclocked, it's still on stock. So I bet people can push it to like 2500 megahertz. And I've also seen like leaks that third-party cards will be coming with 2500 megahertz of boost clock. Wait a second, I didn't read the chat. Ayan, use your green screen. It's actually not aligned. If you can see, it's right here. It's not kind of aligned with my setup right here. It's like pushed to a corner. So I don't know. I'll try my best to use a green screen in the next stream. Right, Apex, I don't have time to edit my own videos, so I don't know if I can really do that. I'm sorry, but I really don't have time to edit my own videos. Uh, Electrify, don't get the 2080. You just pressed F to pay respects for it. Get the wait for some time until it's available. If you stay in India, then wait for some time until it's available. These new GPUs, you can get like if you're getting an i9, you can get something like the 6800 XT or the 3080. It'll be really good, but only when it's available, and especially if you live in India, that's gonna take a long time. Auto VRAM CN, what CPU do you have? I have an i5 7400 and a 2070 Super. I know it bottlenecks the 2070 Super, but I don't really care because I don't game. Like I almost never game unless until I'm benchmarking, and I only edit my videos. So the bottleneck doesn't really bother me that much. And when I start getting ad revenue from YouTube, I will upgrade my system. Do you guys like want me to go through the specs of all of these and tell you guys if it's worth it, or you guys just want to ask questions? Um, you guys tell me, because I would personally like to do both. I'll just go through the specs briefly and tell you if it's really worth it over the 3080, so you guys can actually know if it's worth it. So 72 as I said, boost clock is a lot. 2250 megahertz is actually a lot when you compare it to modern day GPUs. I'm talking about the Nvidia GPUs, and the cache is 128 MB, and that's like insane, and that's a lot of cache for a GPU. So yeah, and that's basically the one of the main things why you're getting such an improvement over the previous one. Then I'm just checking the chat once in a while if you guys have any questions. It's got 16 GB of GDDR6 memory. Again, it's not G6X like the Nvidia cards, but AMD is making up for it by having really quick cache and a lot of it. So yeah, it's a really nice upgrade from the 3080, considering it only has 10 gigs of VRAM. 16 GB will be more than enough even if you want to game in 8K, which I don't think you'll be doing, but still 16 GB will be more than enough for 8K gaming. And also, if you're a content creator, that extra VRAM can really help you. You guys have any other questions or?
6800 XT is perfect.
And one more thing, one more thing is that this card only pulls about 300 watts, and that's really less compared to the 3080, which pulls about 350 or even 370 or 390 watts at load if you overclock. So that's actually really good. Wait a second, let me check the questions. Ish, how long did it take to build your PC? Um, I actually got a really bad PC, which just had an i5 7400 with integrated graphics. I recently got the 2070 Super, and it's been 4 years since I got this PC, and just 2 months ago I put in a 2070 Super. So I guess you can say 4 whole years. Auto Virensian, I got a question what keyboard to use. It's a very crappy keyboard. You can see it right here. Very bad. It's like a cheap $10 keyboard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a good one. Also, the mouse is pretty bad as well. Again, cheap $5-10 mouse. I've got to upgrade that, but each nickel, what I'm building. Right, Apex asks, which is the best graphics card under 30K? Right now, if you're asking right now, then I would say it's the RX 5700 from AMD's side, and from Nvidia's side, the RTX 2060 Super. Both of these are outdated since they are getting updated. So that answer will change after some time. But right now, it's the 2060 Super and the 5700. Imposter East, that's actually a really good set. I have like a cheap Logitech combo. And by the way, I have a question for you. You said you use console, right? So does it actually work with console, this keyboard and mouse? Oh, I actually didn't know that. Those are really good peripherals. I was actually thinking of getting the Logitech G213, but the big downside is that it was membrane, and there were a lot of mechanical keyboards for the same price. So you guys have any other questions, or should we end the stream? Um,
RX 6000.
oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to talk about was this AMD latency technology. If you guys saw the Nvidia launch event, then you might have known about Nvidia Reflex, and AMD is like going head to head with that. It would be I'm really curious to see how this compares against the Nvidia Reflex technology. Yes, because electrify, yes, you will have more delay because the drivers in your console aren't tuned to use a keyboard and a mouse. So, yeah, it is what it is. There are actually some specific supported keyboards, I think from Razer, um, which actually are like specifically made for an Xbox. So you can go check that out. You can search it up on Google. Yes, they are going head to head. I'm just gonna talk about the 6900 XT, and then if you guys don't have any other questions, then we can end the stream. Uh, okay, the 6800 is another SKU of the 6800 series. 6800 is like a bit tuned down. 6800 XT, it's like in the midway point between the 3070 and 3080, and this is still really good, especially for like how much was this? $600, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna talk about the 6900 XT.
Now, let's bring
Just a second. How much did it say?
six.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take back $600. It's $579. That's like $70 more than the 3070, and it's providing performance almost touching the 3080. So that's actually a lot of performance for the price. And this is also really worth it over the Nvidia 30 series. Yeah, auto, it's really worth it because 579, very competitive price. It's kind of almost going head to head with the 3070. It's like $70 extra, but for that money, it's challenging the 3080. It's almost on par with the 3080, which is very worth it. 6900 XT, it's a very niche GPU. Um, Electrify. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, use the NVENC encoder on it. It'll reduce stream delay a lot. I also, prior to the stream, I watched a lot of videos on how to reduce stream latency, the best settings, and all of that. So you can search that up on YouTube. You'll easily get it. Anyways, the 6900 XT, it's still only pulling 300 watts of power, which is the same as the 6800 XT, but it's offering a ton more performance for that. It's still the same stuff, except the compute units went from 72 to 80. And yeah, the rest is pretty much the same. And it's offering much more performance, and that is because of the compute units. And if I'm not wrong, this thing can challenge the 3090. Just a second. Yeah. Guys, just a second. I'll just talk to you guys about this and I'll answer all your questions and we can end the stream. It's $6.99 if I'm not wrong. Okay, so this RX 6900 XT, again, they're comparing it to the RTX 3090, and it's a lot of performance. As you can see, it's almost neck and neck with the 3090, almost in all of these titles, except for Forza Horizon 4 racing title. That's a racing title. You won't really notice the 5 or 6 FPS drop. And also, the RX 6800 XT also has a disadvantage, which is the VRAM. As you can see, only 16 GB of VRAM, and the 3090 has 24 GB of VRAM. I did that on purpose because I wanted you guys to see the graphs here. I'll turn it back on. No, it didn't crash. I did that on purpose so you guys can see the graphs. Yeah, 6900 XT. It's $999. I wouldn't say you guys should go buy it because $999 is still a lot for a GPU, but for people who want to get GPUs such as the 3090, this will be way more worth it because um this is $999 and that is like $1,500, the 3090, and this is almost neck and neck with it in gaming. But if you're getting it for content creation, then I recommend getting the Nvidia one, Nvidia's 3090, because that Nvidia's 3090 has like content creation optimized drivers. Like it comes with something like studio drivers, which works really well with all these apps like Blender, Premiere Pro, all these video editing apps, CAD software, and all of that. Yeah, that's pretty much it on what I wanted to say. You guys have any questions? It's like Q&A time now. No. Imposteries. I don't know if I'm looking like an idiot, but who's It's Jerry? And is that like a YouTuber or somebody? Okay, Otto. Thanks, man. Oh, he's a Fortnite YouTuber. So he just uses it for gaming? Or he does. I'm pretty sure the 3090 will be more worth it to him more than this because he games and he probably does content creation as well because he's uploading to YouTube. And as I said right now, Nvidia has more content creation optimized drivers. That's not to say AMD has bad drivers, but Nvidia has more content creation optimized drivers, and in applications like Premiere Pro or any video editing software in general, you have an option that says NVIDIA CUDA acceleration, but for AMD, you gotta go into the files of the software, do some tweaking in order to enable GPU acceleration. He uses Sony Vegas. That's pretty old software, and I'm not sure if any kind of GPU acceleration is present. But if he's using softwares like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, then GPU acceleration is very important because it speeds up your editing process a lot. Boomer, by the way. All right, so should we end the stream or you guys have any other questions? Sanjay, we hi, but do you have any other questions? Anybody has any questions? Electrify, I have no clue why. We have, I think, 6 viewers. Okay, so I think we can end the stream here. If you guys have any impostries, of course, man, I will sell merch and some t-shirts, some caps, hoodies, something like that, maybe when I get big. Okay, so should we end the stream, guys? Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This was my first time streaming, so it was a really nice experience. And yeah, thanks. Many people are saying it's a good stream, so thanks a lot. Bye. I'll see you in the next video. I think I'll drop my new video tomorrow. I was editing it today. I'll finish it tomorrow. And yeah, good night or good morning. I don't know from how many time zones people are watching. So good night or good morning and bye. I'll see you in the next one.